There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Music no! Music no! Okay, break! Flag!
Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Pulls it in, it's Carr. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line.
Trick 9B!
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lyle. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off with it?
Well, the ACC's
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Really nice play call there by the defensive coordinator as well. He was trying to do something aggressive to stop the momentum of the offense. They looked pretty good on this drive. They were marching the football down the field, but on that critical third down, the D coordinator dials it up, the pass rush at the right time, trusting his guys up front to get it done, and they're able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Corrals it at the 45. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Chadwick. Unloads to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Charcoal! Charcoal! Stand! Hey, camper! Camper!
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got an open man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the back. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And that's just how they drew it up. Nice job by the QB. Listen, 4th and short, this is a tough situation. You want to keep it as a quarterback. He makes the right read. They stick their foot in the ground, and they get the first down. Not by much, but they get a new set of downs.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, I love the idea by the offense here on 3rd down close to the goal line, trying to get one of their best playmakers in space with the push pass. But I love the defense, understanding where the ball is, great eye discipline. They rally to it, and they get the TFL now setting up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one.
Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. Into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Lewis. Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Burks. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Using his legs, it's Tatum. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Under fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. On the option. Now the toss. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab right down the middle. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off this season.
Yeah, it's critical then to get off to a fast start, right? They've got to come out here in their first conference game in ACC play and put it all together. Offense has to march the ball, score points. Defense needs to get some stops and create some takeaways and set a standard for yourself throughout the course of the season. Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Base, 27, jump. Ready.
Wide receiver comes in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Power football with the run. He breaks a tackle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
To the air. It's Mateer. He's got the back in the middle. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Sooners.
And if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the... Get that badly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Beck. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And there is little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there and you got the guards next to him, but the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets the quarterback, and gets the sack.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. It's a draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. Slithers into space. Got enough for the first. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. He might want another play. To the air, it's back. Got him downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. He's trying to get it in. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Fires to the right. It's caught. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. Finds a man on the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Unloads to the right. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
They'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He wants it all. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover two look, so there's two safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit.
He wants to go deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mateer. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Burks. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Okay, ready?
And the Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Easy. Ready?
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Utah was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Utes team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Beck. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets stuck.
There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Going to the run, it's Tatum. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Yeah, I like getting field goals and putting points on the board, but not when it's fourth and short, man. I'm going to trust my unit. He trusts his guys, and they come through for him. They're trying to get 6 on this possession and now set up with first and goal.
They're working that left side. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on second and goal. Here's the handoff. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They didn't have to cover a ton of ground, moving at 33 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Rushes on him, and the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Pulled down for the tackle.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here in the game in the fourth quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium. And on that fourth down, they're able to hook up, move the sticks, and keep this momentum going.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
But you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. With the catch, it's Lewis. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. The Sooners looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown Sooners! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out. Oh, he wants it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looking to scramble. On the run, fires downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
He'll take the deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On the run, it's Tatum. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here comes the field goal unit. The attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Beck. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take...
He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now You're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Sooners will punt this one away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw, it's back. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
He wants a big play here late. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one has gone. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to